now that that's done, I'm going to use this example for Brits. This runway 02 and runway 20. 02 coca 0220. How wait ma wait. So 020 and 200. Okay, cool. 020 is there, which is 20 degrees there, and 200 is here. So the runway is like that. So this is how I'm going to draw it in the circle. So yeah, Wonder Boom, I did it. Where's the other one? This one. See, you've done the runways and shown which direction. So on the left side, you take off and turn left is the standard. At my airport, we use right, because on the left side there's an air base, an army base, like Air Force what just on the other side, so you can easily accidentally fall into that airspace, and it's not allowed for civilian pilots to be that side, so they will shoot you down. Yeah, so that's why we use the right side, so that even if you go a bit off track, you're still in the safe zone. Now I go off track and yeah, in the danger zone. That's bad. So anyway, so yeah, I put left arrows for the rest, because that's the standard. Left, wombats, left, and I put the runway markings there, so I know. Let's say I'm coming from this side, I'm flying coming from this side, and they say runway 03 is active. I think this is undrained. I don't know if it's called, it's a controlled area. I'm not sure. I'm yet to find out. Yeah. Wait, I checked on that thing. It didn't have a frequency. I don't think it's controlled. Yeah, it's unmanned. So yeah, I just know which runway I'm gonna see first. So I'm going to see 21 first, and then 03. So I do a windsock inspection where I fly over the runway to see which side the direction is, the wind is blowing, and that's how I'm going to decide which runway to use. Yeah, and that's this. So next we're going to write information that we need about the aerodromes. Joining circuit altitude and elevation, JCE. Yeah, so joining altitude joining altitude is basically when you're entering an airfield, what height should you be at? Because how can I put this in a much simpler way, in case someone who's not doing aviation is just watching, just NJ. It's like, this is an airfield, like from the ground to a certain level, right? So within that is that airfield, and higher than that is something else also, because commercial jets pass over us, but we don't bump into them because they're in a different airspace, but just above us, we're just under them. Yeah, so joining altitude is like an altitude that's, it's a safe altitude where you won't bump into anyone who's doing anything else around that place. Joining altitude is a bit higher, so that let's say you're joining and there's traffic down there, like you won't collide with them. That's why there's the joining altitude, and it's good to know this so that you don't have any accidents where you're going. Imagine you're going somewhere you don't know the joining altitude and there's a lot of people there, you're going to collide, and we don't want that. So yeah, I usually write them in red so that I'm able to see them quickly when I'm flying. So I'm just going to put those down now. Okay, so I'll put them down. Yeah, so Wonder Boom is joining altitude is 6,100. Another PC-12. Such a beautiful plane. And these planes are actually coming into land. Yeah, just by my window, imagine, and they're so close. I'll see if I can take a video of the next one. Circuit altitude. So circuits, just do a brief circuit altitude. Circuits are like a pattern that we fly, where we learn how to turn, climbing turns, fly straight and level, descending turns, and basically that. So at what height can you do that? That for training, that's what we normally use circuits for. Or I can use it to land at a place. Yeah, I join the circuit, the pattern that's followed at that certain aerodrome, and I land. Yeah, so that's 5,100 feet, 1,000 feet above the elevation, and then the joining height is 2,000 feet above the elevation. So if you put elevation as 4,100, so circuit will be 5,100 and joining will be 6,100. So I've done the same for all the others. This one and this one. Okay, next we're going to mark our checkpoints. So checkpoints are basically, so what happens is when you're flying, you're going to look at this map and look at the ground and make it make sense. Make sure as the Bluetooth is connected, they're successful. Like, anyway, so these yellow things that you're seeing, these are towns. The yellow part. Sorry, I don't. These yellow things are towns. These yellow whatnot. If you can see any red lines, the red lines like that one, that's a road. This is a national park, but you can't see, just see grass. So I usually use towns, roads, mountains. Yeah. And you know those two red and white towers, those network towers, sometimes you can use those. Yeah, they're usually on mountains and whatnot, so you can use those sometimes. Yeah. So I'll start from Wonder Boom. I'm going to use green. It's good to change color so that you know what's what. So I'm going to know that each time I see a green marking, I need to check my checkpoint. Yeah. This process is so long. I don't know if I'm going to finish this video, but I'll try my best. Because maybe I'll always see. Anyway, so I take off Wonder Boom, and there's this thick line here. So immediately after I take off, there's this thick red line. That's a road. And this road is passing through a town you see, it's passing through yellow or whatnot. So I can mark this road as my start gate. A start gate is where you're like, okay, I've started my journey now. Because let's say I take off 29. If I take off 29, life is going to be easier because I take off 29 and I'll just turn right and go straight. If I take off 11, I took off 11 on my last flight and it confused me, and I just hope I don't take off 11. So I'm going to mark this part where the road passes through the town as checkpoint 1. So when I'm flying, I'm going to look outside and see a town. If there's a big road, this looks like a main road, like a highway, because it's super thick. No, the highway is blue, sorry, it's just a big road. So when I see that road, I'll be like, okay, yeah, this is a place. Then I start, yeah. Then as I'm flying, I want to make sure I see a town and roads passing through the town. See this here? I want to make sure I see that. I'll look out for that. What else can I use on this route? I can see the tower thing I'm telling you about. This is them on the map. I don't know if you can see that. This little triangle, whatnot there. Yeah, right there. Yeah. So I'm going to use that as my first checkpoint. Checkpoint 1. Yeah. Checkpoint 1. This route, I hope it's going to be as easy as it looks, because there's so many things. Sometimes imagine you're flying around here. This is just land. Like, it's just land. You don't even know what's what. So it's super hard. At least here there's so many towns and so many roads, so it shouldn't be that bad. Anyway, so start gate checkpoint 1. I can see another tower thingy at the end of a town, sort of in the middle of a town. This one here, yeah, this triangle, what here. I'm going to use that as my last checkpoint, my checkpoint 3. Yeah, checkpoint, oh shit, I've used black. My checkpoint 3. Okay, so I'm just going to have checkpoint 2, sorry, the start gate, checkpoint 1, checkpoint 2. So it's a very short distance, so I won't put many checkpoints. And yeah, so this route, I'm done marking checkpoints. Now the long one. Okay, so Mboloko. How am I? Mboloko. Some of these names. Anyway, so when I take off from here, the problem is I can't work with hopes, but I hope they're going to be runway 20, because if I join runway 20 when I take off, I can easily. Now imagine if I join this side and I have to go around. Anyway, so there's a town on the road that Topatlata Putas. Oh, let me show you the plane. I managed. It's already passed. That was too fast. It was already passed, sorry. Yeah, so looking for a checkpoint here. There's a big town, this town right here, so this one, I'll use the end of this town as my checkpoint 1. So when I bypass the town and I see another tiny town in front of me, so there's a tiny one in front also, I'll know that I've reached my checkpoint. Okay, let me just mark them, then I'll show you. So I just saw something and I'm happy. There's a lot of marks I can use and I'm so happy. So anyway, let me take you through this route first. Yeah, so that after the big town, I'm going to mark that place. Next there's a road here, and then there's towns on my side, by my sides, and this road is coming out of this town, so that's how I'm going to know when I see that. Here there's a road that's crossing like a T-shaped what, and this road is passing through the edge of this little town and through a bigger, much bigger town. I don't know if you guys can see. Yeah. And then this one here is a road after a town. Yeah, then I'll see the airport. And then going back to Vanderbilt. Guys, there's 2 roads here. This is the November one, the N1, the highway that goes to Polokwane. Yeah, this blue line that you're seeing here. So see my route. My route is the black line. It's going straight down, and the blue line is like almost parallel to my route. And there's another red one. So at least here, it's going to be easy for me because I know if I fly over the road, then I'm off track. If the road is too far from me, then I'm off track again. So I'm going to use my road as the main reference. I still have to mark places here because obviously my instructor is going to look at my planning and be like, you need to mark checkpoints. But my main checkpoint is the roads. So if I'm flying, I'm coming like this, they'll be on my left. So I just make sure I'm like, this is like 1 nautical mile. Yeah, this is like a nautical mile away from the road. So I'm just going to make sure I maintain that. I'm going to have a heading, set, trim. I will get there. Yo guys, I hope this flight goes well. By the time this is posted, the flight, I would have already done the flight. I'll see if I can post a review afterwards on how it went. But if not, and I post it earlier, okay, but I'm flying tomorrow, so and I'm not going to edit this overnight. Anyway, yeah, so I'm going to tell you guys how it goes. But anyway, let me just mark anything here just in J. Otherwise, I'm going to use the roads. Okay, so there's this road that's crossing into the highway. I can use that place as a checkpoint. Okay. So we have a general flying area, and from the looks of things, I'm going to enter our general flying area, and once we enter there, I'm done because I'm so familiar with that place. But in the air, if you take me down, I'm not going to know where. Okay, I'm going to know where I am, but not really. But flying, yeah, definitely. So I'm entering our general flying space from right after this town, and I usually play around here. I used to play around here when I was doing my hour building, so I know this place. So yeah, here I come, I land, and I'm back home. I'm actually excited for this one, eh? Yeah, so then after that, yeah, you just mark them, checkpoint 1, checkpoint 2, blah 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 blah. Let me do that now. So we have start gate, checkpoint 1, checkpoint 2, and I'm done with that route. Then we have checkpoint 1, checkpoint 2, checkpoint 3, checkpoint 4. Okay, so you should always write in the direction that you're flying. Like see, I'm flying this way, I write it like that. I'm flying this way like that, so that because when I'm flying, the map is going to be, let me just show you how exactly the map is going to be. So this was my other flight, the other flight that I had, and see, the map is folded there. My flight log, in-flight log is there. Yeah, this is each page is a different route. So my thigh, get my thigh, and I strap this to my thigh. So it's right by my thigh, and I usually put it on my left side. It's more comfortable. I'm not left-handed, but it's more comfortable. But I'll start putting it on my right now because I have to cross my hand to write, and it's going to be too much admin because now I have to cross my hand and fly at the same time. Sometimes when I can't see properly, I take out the map and I'm holding and I'm like, okay, I see that road. Okay, I know where we are. Yeah. So that's how it's gonna be. So it's better if you write things the direction that you're flying, so that you don't have to that. Okay, let me just finish marking the checkpoints. So this is my checkpoint 1, checkpoint 2, checkpoint 3, and my end gate. So end gate is where I'm going to end my trip. Basically, when I see that when I reach that tree, my trip has ended. Yeah, the trip has ended, not the flight. The flight only ends once you turn off the plane, because whether you land, the plane is still counting hours. You're still paying for that. So once you switch it off and so cutting the mixture is, so when switching off the plane, you cut the mixture. It's like you're starving the engine of fuel so that it stops running. So whenever I'm doing that, I always imagine it's like doing that to someone, you just until they it's so funny. Anywho, I've finished marking my checkpoints and everything. Now I'm going to find my safety altitude. Remember I talked about the safety altitude? I said it's always 1,000 feet above the highest point on that given route. So if I look at this route from Wonderboom to Brits, I can see something. There's a tower that's 4,000 feet, 4,007, 4,003. Oh, this is far. 4,006, 4,003. So 47 is the highest. So safety altitude should be like 5,000. So I'm going to fly 6,000 feet on this route just to be safe. But yeah, 5,000 feet is fine, but I want to check 6,000 because when I take off, they're going to tell me to climb to 6,000. So I'll just maintain that. It's a short strip. I'm sure it's going to take 10 minutes or so. Not 10 minutes. 15 minutes or so. It should take me 15 minutes to get here. Yeah. Okay, so where is my flight log? So the safety altitude comes there. So I'm going to put FAWB to FABS and safety altitude 6,000. Let me just get my pen.